The man had just discovered what he thought was a major business opportunity, when suddenly, the police burst through the door fully armed. They slammed him face first onto the table and pinned him down by the neck. Judging by his expression, he wasn't even the slightest bit afraid. Despite the piles of cash and illegal items in plain sight, he kept his cool. It wasn't until officers uncovered 2 AK-48 rifles that his expression finally turned serious. Still, he remained defiant, insisting that he had a powerful legal team backing him. He was locked up in holding, wondering who might come to his rescue. Soon after, his father arrived with one piece of good news and one piece of bad news. The good news? This wasn't a death penalty case. The bad news? Charges like this usually result in a sentence of 20 years or more. Fortunately, his dad, an ex-cop, used his connections to bring in a supposedly better legal team. The lawyers advised him to plead guilty, claiming he'd probably only get 4 or 5 years, and with good behavior, he could be out in 2. Plenty of time to start a family. In court, Jimmy followed his father's advice and confessed. But to everyone's shock, the judge slammed the gavel down and sentenced him to 10 years, the minimum penalty. That's when Jimmy realized he'd been conned by the bald-headed lawyer, and even his father had been kept in the dark. 7 months later, Jimmy was suddenly escorted to the prison infirmary under tight security. When the door opened, he was stunned to see 2 familiar faces, the female federal agent who had arrested him and the very lawyer who had tricked him. How were these 2 in the same room? Unlike Jimmy, Agent McMiller wasn't angry at all. In fact, she praised him. She noted that he'd managed to build strong relationships with multiple prison gangs and had even launched a side hustle, renting out adult magazines for profit. He then used the earnings to buy fresh vegetables and lean meat to improve his meals. After a bit of small talk, Agent McMiller got to the point. They wanted Jimmy to go undercover in another prison. There was a sadistic inmate named Larry who had murdered 15 women, but their bodies had never been found. The mission? Get close to Larry and uncover the evidence.